Everyone, hope everything's going well. You guys and gals know that drill. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below. Follow me on Instagram at AIH_sports. Follow me on my finance channel at AIH Finance. Okay, a few things. I took down the video about how I thought I bought a trim card and how I bought what I thought to have been a fake Henderson card, okay? I looked at this card again. And it appears that this card is most likely a miscut card. So, just wanted to point that out. And this card here, I'm still having trouble determining whether this is a fake or not. The coloring does seem off with the green over here. Now, the counter argument may be, hey, look, if someone kept it in too much sunlight, it will damage the card. Okay, it'll change the card, okay? I get that, okay? The yellow as well over here. Now, I did look at the back. There's a copyright circle, and they said that if that's not completely clear, that could be an indication that this card is a fake. I looked at it carefully. It wasn't, it seemed a bit faded, but once again, not completely sure. And what I'm completely sure is I don't want to send this card for a private signing, okay? I'd rather send a card that looks much better for a private signing and that I know 100% for sure that it's not a fake or a counterfeit. So just wanted to let you know and discuss that. Now, I wanted to discuss today about PWCC and eBay. And I did a video last week and I said that, hey, look, eBay kicked them off, in my opinion, because they were basically transitioning into a new platform. Now, the counter argument, Sports Card Radio, I think Ryan mentioned, was that, hey, look, this is what the shady dudes from PWCC said, and should we trust these guys, right? That's one thing. And then in addition to that, you have to realize that there are other platforms using their own platform. There are other, companies using their own platform. And they're still on eBay. They're not kicked off. For instance, CompC. CompC has their own platform. And I'll give another argument, right? This actually goes against what I was saying last week, but there's 4 Sharp Corners. 4 Sharp Corners has its own website, right? And they use eBay for consignment and for auctions. So that argument, I understand why people may dismiss what I said last week. Now, the other argument was that, hey, look, eBay may have been under FBI investigation and thus they don't want their hands, or they don't want to be associated with PWCC, so they did something that a lot of people may have been surprised with, but they dropped one of their biggest sports card sellers out there in PWCC. That was huge news. So, just wanted to point that out. Now, in regards to eBay, right, I believe they played chess regarding this because I still am the belief that they kicked PWCC off because they had the goods on them and they were transitioning to a new platform. And the other item is that, hey, look, the FBI was knocking on the door and they could just show everybody, hey, look, we're willing to get rid of bad behavior on our platform, right? So they did that, right? And I thought now I'm thinking from a business perspective, that was genius what eBay did. Because now they had a competitor in PWCC. They're gaining traction. They did well during the pandemic. Now that set them off base for a few months. They had no revenue coming in. And with eBay, the more you sell, the more money you're going to make, right? With volume. Volume of transactions. That's how the consigners make a good amount of money. There is risk obviously associated with it. So putting that aside, eBay like I said, played chess. They're able to get PWCC off. PWCC had their hands tied behind their back. And you know what PWCC kept on doing? They kept on loaning money. They kept on doubling down as the markets kept on going higher. You need to make money somewhere. So I believe PWCC kept on loaning money because they thought, hey, look, the market went crazy. It'll continue to go higher and higher and higher. But they played chess, right? They didn't see, in my opinion, the higher interest rates that came about and then destroyed the sports car hobby even more in the past year. And I remember seeing videos where one insurance dude, he had his kid, and he was, what, 15, 16, and he borrowed money from PWCC. I think the father had to sign off on it, but borrowed money to buy basically, what is it, John Moran cards? Some hype player? And we all know what happened to the market. So what's quite interesting is that PWCC, in my opinion, had to make money because of all of this. Had to make more money because their margins got pounded by getting kicked off of eBay. So they kept on giving money out. And they thought, hey, look, market's going to go up. But they didn't go up. And that's where they've had to take a beating. So I just find that quite interesting, where you have eBay. They already have to deal with the competition from PSA, right? And now Fanatics. But they did PWCC, or they made PWCC, in my opinion, double down. And now we're at a point where I've been hearing rumors and rumblings through my contacts, and I think I saw on Sports Car Radio, that PWCC is not giving out loans anymore. Or I know for a fact that they've halted a significant amount of loans, right? Or you have to put down more capital. But this is what's going on. So I just wonder what's up at PWCC. Maybe a restructuring. They did lay off some people. Heard they didn't even give severance. That's a red flag. So it's quite interesting how a company like PWCC kept on doing well over a decade, right? Low interest rates, QE, and all that whole 9 yards. And now we're at a point where, guess what? A lot of cards are not being paid for, from my understanding. And on top of it, you have potentially businesses, people that created S-Corps, C-Corps, LLCs, and they're not paying. And what if those companies start going bankrupt, right? They don't have to pay PWCC for those cards. So PWCC, in my opinion, has to liquidate these cards at a very unattractive level for them. Okay, so it is what it is. Find this really interesting. And that being said, I don't wish any harm on anyone that lost their job that's watching or is working at PWCC. I wish you no harm regarding that. But ultimately, I just tell you what I think. So just want to point that out. Anyways, let me know what you think about this. Remember to smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Comment down below. Thank you. Bye.